Man, football's been amazing. The NFL's been incredible, and we get a doubleheader tonight. 2 really good games. You got Tampa Bay at Houston. You got the Chargers at the Raiders. These tickets got to be hot, got to be moving, got to be tough to get in those buildings. Well, take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets. Listen to me. Do so with Game Time. Download that app. Game Time. Create an account and use code DAN, and you get $20 off your first purchase. Again, that is code DAN. Terms apply. Swipe, tap, ticket, go.
Gonna read just a few quotes here from Canelo and Crawford, and then I'll leave it alone. Just a couple of quotes to give you the historical perspective on some of the stuff that happened this weekend that wasn't just football. Canelo says, quote, "I tried my best tonight, and I could not figure out the style. I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather," end quote. And then this from Crawford, "I'm the face of boxing now. I'm the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, like I've always been." What are you laughing about?
I mean, just does he deserve that braggadocio?
He does. Yes, he does.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I mean, he's undefeated. He made a great fighter look amateur. Crawford's older than Canelo, and he made Canelo look like he didn't know what he was doing.
And he can walk a supermarket fairly anonymously.
That is correct. That is
nice
an
life,
indictment of the sport.
Well, I don't know if you can be the face of the sport if your face can go out in public and not be bothered.
Yes, good point.
He probably gets recognized like by one person. Like, hey, parents.
Put it up on the
poll. You think
poll.
Manu can go to Navarro and not be recognized?
That is
You'd
a
be an
great
idiot if you
question.
thought
No
so.
way.
Put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Face of boxing, Jake Paul or Terrence?
Blowout.
What a ridiculous question.
I want to talk about a couple of other things because we were mentioning the tush push. They ran it on 12% of their plays yesterday. If you like that,
That's high.
12% of their offensive plays were the tush push.
I like the fact that there's this unstoppable thing that teams need to scheme and get personnel to stop, and I don't think we should do away with it just because one team is really good at it.
What scheming is there? There's no scheme for that.
Yeah, like-
Sign a sumo wrestler.
Hey, low man wins. All right, we've heard that.
There is a scheme. There's just one scheme, and I'm going to tell you now. I think you think it's an unstoppable play, but I'm going to bring up some news from yesterday that will tell you how you stop that play. I associate the name I'm about to say with how to stop that play. I learned the name that I'm about to say because it stopped the play that way. Jadeveon Clowney. I was introduced to him at South Carolina because he jumped over an offensive line and nuked a running back with the perfect timing. That's how I learned the name of a player I would not have otherwise learned. He signed yesterday with the Cowboys, and I just really enjoy the idea of Jadeveon Clowney sitting around after week 1 waiting for his phone to ring so he could, like, he knows that one of those calls is going to be he wins the lottery again. Somebody needs a pass rusher. He doesn't need to go to training camp. He doesn't have to be ready for week 1. He is a mercenary of the highest order. For $10 million or now $6 million, you can get him to rush quarterbacks for you for a few weeks a season.
He's like Jason Statham over these last few years, just waiting for the call to ring for one last job.
And it's only to play like a handful of plays a game.
Pass rushing downs.
Yeah,
now.
that's it. It'll be like, what, a dozen plays?
Look, the Cowboys stay the best, too, because this is such a great Cowboys signing.
You could get Jadeveon Clowney to get you 4 sacks a season when he's 84 years old. He'll be able to get around.
Got to be 3rd and 10.
The edge. Yeah, he'll be waiting for that call at the nursing home, and Jerry Jones will still be making it 40 years from now in that job. Greg Cody, you have an event coming up here. That
What you got going on?
For the Miami Herald. You are doing something for the Miami Herald. And I should let people know that Greg Cody has Ray Hudson on the latest episode of Greg Cody Finds Out. He's got Ray Hudson, the best announcer in the history of South Florida, on his show. And every day for until the World Cup, we are going to play Ray Hudson goal calls.
Gets around Mireles, tucks it in, lifted by Di Maria!
Genius! That's the only word you can't use. They should name a constellation in the heavens after Lionel Messi.
Yeah, we actually asked Ray about his favorite Rayisms, and I didn't think he was going to answer. I thought he would just go, there's so many.
Oh, What a great interview. He gave us a bunch of those calls. We asked him his favorite players to call, and he just went on this 4-minute thing of just going through all the players and just describing them only as Ray Hudson could. I left that interview so happy because if you're into Ray Hudson at all, it was a great interview.
Yeah, it was fun. And Ray and I go way back, and we've sort of had parallel careers because we're the same age. And now, I'm thinking of retirement and all that, and Ray just retired. So there was a little bit of emotion to the conversation.
I get Ray to rip Chris Whittingham for his Panthers takes.
Wait a minute. Did you just break news here? Hold on a second. You're thinking about retirement?
Oh, I've been thinking about retirement
He's
for
71.
a couple of years now.
And?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Obviously, I haven't decided yet. I'm still doing it. But
a lot of people say once you're thinking about it,
that's true.
Might be time.
Huh? You never know.
There's also only one activity after retirement. Greg.
Yeah, that's what Bobby Bowden said. Look what happened to him.
Yeah,
He died.
Yeah, I know.
No, don't retire.
Let's not trick the people, though. We're talking about retiring from writing. You're never giving up your podcast.
Well, probably not. Probably not. I've mentioned before, my podcast is going to get the exclusive when I'm on my deathbed.
Right.
You're going to be interviewing me, and
Yeti and I will continue it when he's gone.
Yeah, and my last
and it
words
will
are
be
gonna
the Greg Cody Show with Greg Cody.
Right.
Or without, actually.
That would be. That would be good. A Greg Cody Show without Greg Cody.
Greg, have you ever thought, like, some people think about going back to school and picking up a new trade, a new career. Have you ever given that any thought?
No.
Oh.
No, I don't want to work that
You wanted to be a
hard.
bus driver as a kid?
I did. Man.
He wants to be a sanitary worker. He
wanted the
dreams.
big-
He thinks it's a dream job to be a sanitary worker.
I also want to be an old-timey FM DJ, spinning the records, introducing the latest from the Doors.
Go ahead, take
On
us
WROK.
Yeah,
When
we're all
was
going to
the
close our
latest
eyes.
From the Doors.
Yeah.
No, but
ahead.
I want to talk about this event tomorrow night, if that's okay. It's
You're done promoting your other thing. Now you're going to promote this thing.
well, I'm done promoting my pending retirement. Tomorrow night at Sports and Social in the Dolphin Mall. It's in Southwest Dade. If you all live down here, it's tomorrow night, Tuesday, from 6 to 8 p.m. Myself, Omar Kelly, and Isaiah Smalls, Dolphin writers, and Jordan McPherson, who covers the Hurricanes, are going to be there meeting people, talking about the Dolphins and the Canes. And, boy, what a disparate conversation that'll be. But if you're in the area, swing by, have a couple of drinks, say howdy, and we hope to see you there.
On the Greg Cody Show, he encouraged people also to fly in if they'd like. Where I jumped in and I was like, if you're local, this seems nice. Don't fly in for this.
I know. I was sort of kidding. If you have,
But not all the way kidding.
if you have all kind of money to spend and you got nothing better to do tomorrow,
I'd still wait.
Take a private jet, land in Sweetwater,
Unlimited income.
Huff it over to the
If
mall.
someone has unlimited income.
Yes.
I'd still
correct.
probably save it.
In fairness, I mean, right there is Miami International Airport. You just take the 836 over. People do it all the time to go to Dolphin Mall. Usually it's, people from South or Central America. They go, they buy a bunch of stuff, and then they resell it. And it's a quick trip, right, like that. Yeah, you probably even get a shuttle. So if you do want to see Greg, there is probably the opportunity. You fly into Miami International Airport, hop on a shuttle, head over to the Dolphin Mall, and they'll take you back, I think.
Okay, there's got to be someone who's willing to fly in. Like, if someone were to fly in tomorrow night just to meet Greg and ask a question or two about the Dolphins.
Dan will pay for it.
Like, there's got to be something we could do for that person.
There you
right?
go.
Someone's got to be willing to fly in and see you.
Okay, I'm going to make this deal.
Ooh.
If you fly in
Don't say this.
and you show me your plane ticket,
Go on.
people never have plane tickets anymore. My
Be on their
wife always
phone.
laughs at me when I say, "Do you have the ticket?" As we're going to the airport, ticket. Fly in, make yourself known. I will give you, free of charge, a Greg Cody Show sticker. It's a beautiful 4x4-inch sticker.
Wow.
You can fix it.
We
any-
can see one there. We have
Make sure the flights from Japan aren't full.
Yes.
The people
Thank
are going to
you.
be coming
hold on,
from all over the globe.
Do you have a sticker, Dan? I don't have one of those stickers. So
There you go. Yeah, making fun over
There's
here.
one right there. You could just steal
Doesn't
it.
even have it. Oh, yeah, this thing right here. You could have one of these.
we got to get on a plane.
Yes.
Even though we're about to change our logo.
Well,
Whoa.
that's a rumor.
Wow, there's just news everywhere.
There
here.
really is. Is it after he retires?
Well,
The Greg-
surely he
the
can't be
Greg-
retiring if he's changing the logo.
Technically, those logos will be worth more, no? Once we
Think
You
switch
Thinking
say
of-
surely, but it might be the Greg Cody Show without Greg Cody soon.
I
We've already
never know.
established that.
3 huge news
Bombs.
nuggets.
Bombs. And
Greg is thinking about retiring from writing. He has a succession plan in place for his podcast and
New logo.
new logo.
Yeah, and a big event.
And he's going to be appearing tomorrow night at Dolphin Mall, and people are going to fly in, and if you fly in, you get a single sticker.
Right. Plus, I fired a Dolphins assistant coach. It's been a busy Monday for me.
Yeah, big one.
It really has.
Brady's announcements got nothing on you.
There you go.
What did he announce?
He was teasing it on Fox. He's like, before we let you go, you got a big announcement tomorrow. He's like, it's something that I've been working on for several years. I'm very excited to check out this Raiders game. I will be announcing something big.
Ooh, let's all guess.
I don't think he's coming back.
Did you guys know that he has a 10-part series on Apple, Tom Brady does? And the reason I ask the question is because Tom Brady won more than Michael Jordan and can't and won't be remembered the way Michael Jordan was. And I think most people don't even know that Tom Brady has sat down and done a 10-part series with Apple, not unlike Michael Jordan's 10-part series.
I don't understand why he's not. I've already started correcting things by saying, I used to say, well, that person's a Michael Jordan a blank. Now I say that person's a Tom Brady a blank.
How has that not happened? And why has that not happened? Because Mike seems to be out in front of things that will not catch on there.
He's got more things going on for him. Listen, he was drafted famously late round draft pick.
Yep.
He's handsome and he's white. I don't know how this hasn't happened yet.
He's boring. Like he's
like
been
Michael
boring
Jordan,
the whole time.
like
Michael Jordan.
He's less boring than Michael Jordan.
But he talked in a way that created a narrative.
He says,
retirement,
"Let's go!"
He's just a you said it. He's just like a bland white guy, and he won a lot.
Excuse me. He talks way more than Michael Jordan. If your argument is that he is publicly boring, Michael Jordan is the Tom Brady of being publicly boring.
I don't mean that. I meant in the game. Like the way that Michael Jordan had a lore built up around him in terms of the trash talk that he dished out to other competitors in one-on-one, in the Olympics, all these things. I mean, like,
are you insane?
What did we have from
Brady
Brady until he was with the Buccaneers?
Tom Brady would talk so much on the field. Crazy. This is
but then would shy away from it.
What? Would shy away from it? What? We disagree.
I feel like I'm kind of with Jeremy. Maybe Brady's been interesting the last couple years. Like during his career, he was not.
He was boring.
He's not interesting now. He's not interesting on the air.
He talks more now than he did.
But Michael Jordan doesn't. He's like mythical because you don't really get him anywhere, right? So like you could just make Michael Jordan whatever you want Michael Jordan to be because you can't see Michael Jordan be anything else.
It's the shoe. Like,
yeah,
that's the big thing too. It's
the logo.
It's the shoe.
Nike. Yeah.
When we're watching sports these days and someone is becoming better than everyone else, the way that you're watching Malik Neighbors be at wide receiver with limitations at quarterback, that game yesterday between the Cowboys and Giants was magical. It's not what I was expecting in any way. Brian Daboll went late in the game, platooning quarterbacks on what was the best statistical game of Russell Wilson's life, at least in part because he has Neighbors. Neighbors was double covered on one play. I don't know how they scored that touchdown. It was his second least impressive touchdown of the day because of the catch that he made earlier. How is it that the Giants have only one legitimate weapon and he's got more catches through 20 games than just about anyone who's played the position? How is someone so good at wide receiver that he plays on a bad offensive team and we're still all looking at him and saying, oh yeah, that guy might be the best receiver in the entire sport, totally unguardable, even though his offense always stinks. Like his quarterback play, he's not one of the best receivers any of us have ever seen, has gotten bad quarterback play the entire of his career, and through 20 games has more catches than just about anyone's ever had through 20 games.
Russell Wilson has looked washed for so long that everybody's been clamoring for Jackson Dart. But yesterday, after the 48-yard touchdown to Malik Neighbors, which was his third deep passing touchdown of the game, this is per Next Gen Stats, he completed 7 of 9 deep passes in the game for 264 yards.
Yeah,
that's the most deep passing yards in a game that they've ever tracked. And it's in large part because Malik Neighbors is unguardable.
Right. Like that doesn't mean that Russell Wilson, I mean, it sounds weird to say, but it doesn't necessarily mean Russell Wilson had a good game yesterday.
No,
like
that's
Wilson,
my point.
He can still throw the ball deep.
Bad mistake in overtime.
Right. He tried it one too many times, and it led to the turnover that led to the game-winning kick. But he's throwing it deep to a guy who is going to win those 50-50 battles. Like, Russell Wilson kind of stinks, but He can still throw the ball deep, and he's got a really good receiver.
Not since Josh Gordon, I think. Do we all concede like this is a dominant force at wide receiver with a quarterback that's closer to ass than elite?
Mm-hmm. I also think it's because Malik Neighbors is disproportionately their big star in terms of targets. They don't have a great running back. Their second receiver's not great. He's a one-man show.
Their second receiver had 140 yards receiving yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, that's fair.
He was at the Dolphin game, and it was the first time that he's had to worry about Cowboys-Giants occupying that TV.
And he's got retirement on his mind, too. Like, there's a lot going on.
Well, yeah, that's true. But would you agree that Malik Neighbors is by far their number one target?
Yeah,
like
easy. That dude strolled in the NFL, and he was already like a top 10 gifted wide receiver.
But it's still crazy. No matter the amount of targets, like this is an unusual thing you're witnessing, and it's something that's special even compared to people who are special. I can target anybody in that Chiefs game with Patrick Mahomes, and I wouldn't have gotten like the idea that this guy with those limits on offense is putting up production numbers in his first 20 games that are completely unheard of, and specifically what I saw from him yesterday, where you're not supposed to be able to complete the deep ball to somebody who the defense is double covering him because they keep getting beat on the deep ball, and he still completes it when he's not open.
And he's only 6 feet, by the way. It's not like he's 6'3", 6'4". He's 6 feet.
Out of all the colleges that say we're linebacker you, we're tight end you, no one touches LSU when it comes to wide receivers. Just the three best, arguably,
it's absurd
in the NFL right now. All played very recently.
This is why Brian Kelly's so mad at reporters, because he's winning games on defense. Like this is the reason. Brian Kelly doesn't want to be winning games with defense. He doesn't want to be winning 20-10. He wants to be winning because his wide receivers are better than everybody else. Nobody associates Brian Kelly with defense.
What do you want me to tell you?
Play the sound again of McDaniel and what his whole soundtrack is going to be the entirety of this week as Greg Cody answers questions at Dolphin Mall from people who fly in for stickers to ask him whether this is a historically bad team that the Dolphins have.
Ultimately, I look at absolutely everything falling on me. So I don't see, that's the responsibility of a head coach, that you go into knowing that. That being said, I'm very frustrated with, there's some basically coaches and players that did not execute communication in a very dire period of the game, with the game on the line. Our communication and our substitution was not up to par, and ultimately that is my, I hold all responsibility for all things.
A lot of words. I didn't need all those words. I just needed that one sentence that he uttered that said that the entire world is falling in on his head, and everywhere he looks, there are just things falling.
Ultimately, I look at absolutely everything falling on me.
See, McDaniel had the right to have the Brian Kelly attitude, right? He's under so much pressure. He should have been the one going, "What do you mean by that? Why are you asking that question?" But yet, he's fairly kind, even in humiliation.
It is a humiliating time. There's no disputing that, is there?
Right, I agree. No, it's there's no equivocating it. It's an awful 2-game start.
You know the Carolina season's over. You know the Saints season is over. You know the Bengals season is over. Even though some of you are going to try and talk yourself into them being a playoff team. And I think we know the Dolphins season is over. We can't say this about many teams today, can we? Because we're not saying it about the Chiefs.
Browns season's over.
Brown season's over. Jet season's over. Who else do you have?
Say that Carolina has an outside shot, so they have to host a home game and in their division. That is usually weird. And
Tennessee.
They showed some grit.
No, but Tennessee's season is not over
just because it's interesting.
You're interested in every game Cam Ward's playing. Their season's never going to be over.
What?
Yeah,
it's going to be.
Well,
over
it will be over
after
at some point in time.
Games. After 17 games, it's going to be over.
I'm getting a little tired of all the adulation for Cam Ward, whose statistics through 2 games are abysmal. Okay. Now I'm saying you can't just go by stats.
Watch the game.
Okay.
He doesn't got a lot to work with right now.
I know they're a terrible team. That's why I'm saying when you're talking about they're going to be worth watching
Well,
all year. I'm not sure
you
what
saw
mean.
one play yesterday, though, that I didn't think he'd be able to ever do in the pros. I thought that was just a college play, and we'd only ever see that as a college play. The one touchdown that Tennessee scored yesterday, I think that was that not on fourth down? He's just scrambling around, looping all over the place, and then doing something no quarterback in the league would have done. Nobody would have thrown it across their body like that.
But he also doesn't get away with it often, and the strip sack that led to that game totally being over and over. It catches up to him. There's a reason why they say don't do it. Now, he just gets away with it more than other people because he doesn't stop trying it. But he threw across his body at Cal, and it put Miami in a 21-point hole.
Getting to watch on a weekly basis your number one overall pick at quarterback, who is supposed to be your franchise savior, like no matter how bad the team's record is overall, that's an exciting process for a fan base.
It's also exciting because you don't know what you're going to get. He's reckless, as he was at UM, and I'm not sure if that's going to fly as much for as long in the NFL. And I think if you're a Titans fan, you're loving some of his plays, but you're also sort of shaking your head going, wow, that's not a safe quarterback. That's not a guy who we can really trust to not F up.
But Dolphin fans should be watching Tua and feeling confident?
I didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
Can we rank LSU receivers, please? Jamar Chase is where on this list? Where's Odell Beckham on it? Neither one of them's number one, right? Where's
Justin Jefferson?
Where's Brian Thomas on it?
I mean, just since 2020, Brian Thomas is the fourth best receiver to come out of LSU because you have Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, and Malik Neighbors all ahead of him.
Yeah, Beckham's
and you can
fourth.
rank those however you want.
Beckham's fourth.
Beckham started like Neighbors did first 20 games and then got hurt. And I'm going to reject what you guys are saying on him saying, well, he's targeted a lot. That kind of offense and that kind of production usually requires a good quarterback, a good offensive line, another receiver, something. That kind of receiver, we're all looking at the Giants and are like, yep, Brian Daboll's going to be fired. He's going to get fired. That's not going to last very much longer over there. But we know they've got a bona fide receiver. And now they're trying to do the thing that everybody in the league wants to do, which is Jackson Dart a franchise quarterback? Because it's not going to be Russell Wilson. But when you can do that on the road with a wide receiver, I don't care how bad Dallas's defense is. Russell Wilson has never thrown for that many passing yards, and the reason that he was able to do it is because the Dallas Cowboys simply had no answers for what I believe is the best receiver to ever come out of LSU. And I can't believe I'm saying that. I just can't believe I'm saying that when he's had no help. Saquon Barkley, look at what Saquon Barkley looked like when he was with the Giants. He has no help. For him to go into Dallas on a 1:00 game, which Dallas and New York haven't played in 20 years, and put on that performance when Dallas only has to stop him. Oh, it's only him and can't.
Look, Malik Neighbors gets almost all of the credit, all right? But when Dallas does, when Russell Wilson never has even close to that game again this season, we could admit Dallas' defense is horrendous.
Yes, but still, they were trying to double team somebody who was beating them deep in a league where everyone's throwing it 9 yards. Mahomes can't throw it 10 yards anymore. He did it a couple of times yesterday and went 50-50 on wide open deep threats.
I think the three best receivers in the league right now are LSU guys. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors. Yep. And then you start talking CeeDee Lamb. Then you start even JSN in Seattle's laying claim to that potentially he can enter that conversation. For me, I'm on Ross St. Brown but he's not top three. The top three guys are LSU guys.
Okay, St. Brown is okay.
No, he's saying okay. He should be in the conversation.
Yeah, he's in that conversation.
He was agreeing. Okay was an agreement.
Yeah, second tier.
He's no gout. We can agree.
Yes, thank you. Not as fast.
Why don't you tell people who Gout is?
Yeah,
I don't think his
confused.
name is even Gout. Why
It is Gout.
I had gout once.
Yeah, so did my science teacher in high school, Chauncey Swallows.
Mr. Swallows?
It's spelled as you'd think, Goutgou2T. And I see this guy's name. I'm so fascinated by the name that I got to research it. And it turns out Gout, the World Track and Field Championships are going on in Tokyo. Gout is a 17-year-old Australian sprinter, especially 200 meters. He's being phrased as the next Usain Bolt. He's going up against U.S. champion Noah Lyles in the 200 meters in this World Championships. And should he win, all of a sudden he's going to be the big thing in all of track and field. You're going to know gout. You're going to be talking about gout. You're going to see signs for gout. Everybody on TV is going to be talking about gout. I can't say gout too much.
The biggest name in track and field is going to be named Gout.
That's correct. That's exactly what I'm implying and saying.
Are they saying his name correctly? This is an Australian name, and what's the backstory on this? That cannot be. Are we pronouncing that correctly? His first name and his last name are Gout.
Right, we are pronouncing it correctly. His heritage is Sudan. His parents are from South Sudan, and apparently the family name was pronounced a little bit differently, but it sounded similar. And so they began calling him Gout because Americans know that word. And his dad's worried that he's going to be mistaken for the illness, the ailment, gout. But at any rate,
Rich man's disease.
Yeah, but there's no doubt that gout is going to be the next big thing in track and field.
Is it a rich man's disease?
Yeah, it's a king's disease because it comes from eating so much meat and drinking a lot of liquor. And when you were a king, you could have all the meat you want and all the liquor you want.
Yeah.
That's why I got gout.
Opulence. Is that why you got gout? That's an old person. Put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Is gout an old person's disease? Also, are you surprised at all that Zaz had gout?
Rich man's disease.
You had that in the manor?
I have them saying his name.
I live in a
here.
mansion,
You guys
dog.
want to hear how they?
There is Gout. Quite a sensation, this young man.
In Australia, it's
There you go.
garp.
Gout, no doubt.
Arner.
Look at how pleased.
Flies, man. He flies.
Yes, he's very fast.
200 meters. Can you imagine?
Speaking of flying, did Zaslow fly first class again?
Oh, I did not fly first class this weekend.
What happened?
It wasn't available.
How about suite? Did you get a suite on the road?
I did, but we were not. I had a suite, but we were not in a great hotel this weekend. So, yes, I had a suite, but it's like, we're not good.
Wait, what do you do this weekend? Because this weekend you here?
Yeah.
So what do you say? Hey, you're not cheaping me that suite. Daddy's still getting a suite.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to stay in a hotel.
Why
in a
not?
house.
A suite?
Because I live in a mansion.
Is it a mansion?
Yeah, but who knows what you can do with that suite? You know?
What does that mean? I could sleep in it. What do I have, a party?
Yeah, you can. You
I mean, I have a party in my mansion. I'm going to stay home. We have Miami, Florida this week, so I don't have to travel. And I'm really excited about that. We're going to be doing the show from inside the parking lot at the stadium. And, this is a home game for me. That's right. They're all coming to me. I stay here. You come to me.
No flying, though? You
No
like to fly.
flying.
You like to fly first
I do.
class.
No, I like to fly first class especially. But no, I did not fly first class this week. It wasn't available.
Would you, if it was made available to you, they say, you know what, Zaz, we could fly you to Atlanta and back to Miami first class.
What if I fly from Fort Lauderdale Airport to Miami?
Okay, first class. Would you do the flight just to have that first class experience?
No, because I'm not a stupid idiot.
As a famous
Debatable.
Santa Fe grad, you have a lot of friends from that Gainesville area. Anybody's coming over?
Again, I've never been to Santa Fe. And yes, I do have a lot of friends who are going to the game. It's very, very exciting. I want everyone to come and watch me and Amber Wilson do the show Saturday from inside the stadium. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, enough promoting of your local things. Were there any interesting things that happened on your flight? Because you're always returning with details from these things.
Okay, listen to this. Tell me if I'm weird. All right, or if anyone else agrees with this.
Confirming.
Yes.
All right, can you at least let me say the scenario? So I'm not sitting first class. All right, let me put that out there. I'm not sitting first class. I'm on
with the
way
peasants.
I'm with the normals. I'm on my way to Knoxville on Friday. Okay, and a couple times in the flight, it's pretty stank, and like it's Greg. It smells like someone took on my upper lip. All right, like there's something going on.
Very
here.
vivid.
Yeah, and this is happening several times. We're on the third time, and then it's the fourth time. The woman next to me, she's like getting upset about the smell. I don't complain. I'm not a complainer. I'm just like,
Oh, she thought you farted.
Where do people normally on you?
So she's upset. She's like, smells terrible.
She for sure thought you farted.
I hope not. That's very embarrassing. All right, and then like I don't know. Like it's obviously an offensive smell. I don't like the smell. It's gross to think that there are people farting around me. It's very disgusting.
Yeah. So finally, you put your shoes back on.
And then across the aisle in my row,
There's a guy looking up whistling.
there's a service dog.
Oh boy!
Oh, no.
And so the guy looks over. Now the dog did not take a dump on the plane, but the guy looks over. He leans over and goes, "I'm really sorry. My dog's been farting."
What?
Okay, so the thing, and I'm like, oh, wow, and so the thing that's weird is, like, I found the whole thing, like, offensive that, like, a person is farting this many times on the plane, but once the guy admitted that it's his dog, it's like, I didn't mind it anymore. It wasn't that bad.
Did you believe him?
Oh,
That's
100%. 100%.
He knows his dog's smell? Like, what's happening there?
Maybe he knows his dog gets nervous flying.
Yeah, you know what's happening? The guy's farting.
Yeah, you know your dog's
You think it was the guy farting?
I think the guy's definitely farting and blaming his dog.
You can't be so sure your dog farted 4 times.
Yeah, you are.
Like,
the smell was so bad. It's so
Trust
disgusting. But when I learned that it was the dog, like I didn't mind it anymore. I was like, oh, okay, cute dog.
No, I can relate. When Jumpin' Charlie breaks wind, he breaks glass.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a pungent,
was
identifiable odor.
It was bad.
Yeah. No, it is. I mean, dogs, man, they can do it. They got stuff in them that comes out, and it's
go on.
no, it's
That's my gimmick.
It's as bad as a human fart.
Hmm.
That's my experience. Now the cat's not so much. I've never smelled my cat.
Put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Have you ever smelled a cat's fart? Put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Have you ever blamed your farts on the dog? And put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Do you know the smell of your dog's farts?
So Charlie can let a pet, is what you're saying.
Yeah, he definitely can let a pet. And yes, I used to blame my dog. Back when I farted, I stopped farting.
Do you get? You did?
Yeah,
You stopped farting? You retired from farting?
I'm a recovered fartaholic.
Really?
Yeah, Erlene will. My wife will tell you that.
Wow.
I used to fart routinely. I stopped, and that's really one of the things that I'm the most proud of.
What helped?
Were you was like an addiction? Like, did you go to treatment for it, or you just said today's the day?
Give all the farters out there advice.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a matter of will. You're saying it's a matter of will, and that you're proud of overcoming something that you're saying is a choice.
Yes.
Would you go to meetings and be like, I'm Greg Cody, I'm a fartaholic?
No, I if they had those, I would have. But I've given up 2 things in my life. I've given up farting and cigars. Beer, not so much, not yet.
But you're proud. You're proud. What happened? What did you change?
Give
I don't
up
think this is a
farting.
matter of will, and I don't think most people can give up farting. It's not like Lent.
Okay, I used to do it, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't do it in a restaurant or on an airplane. But if I'm home, in the privacy of my own home, it's just the wife and I watching TV, I might give it a, and she's like, what was that? Quit that.
What,
And-
she wouldn't know what it was?
Oh, she would know, of course. But, she's being polite, saying, what is that?
Does mom ever fart?
They don't admit it when they do, the women.
They?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
My
they
wife
don't.
does.
Yeah. Really?
My wife sometimes farts when she laughs.
I don't think you can say.
Yeah. I'm
She's
making a
fine with it.
stereotype.
All right. I
I'm
regret.
saying women don't admit it.
If anything, I would say you're saying women are on equal playing field as men. They fart as well.
That's what Christopher says.
My wife farts.
What he was saying is that as a gender, the entirety of the gender does not admit it. It's an absolute that I'm not comfortable with. I want to ask no more questions, no more follows about anything that we're talking about.
I have a Chauncey Swallows follow-up.
Yeah, I'd like to know more about him.
Goat
okay.
man.
I do not have a high school teacher, Chauncey Swallows, Mr. Swallows follow-up. The follow-up I do have from earlier in the show, though, is Greg Cody, with all eternal sports celebrations at his disposal, said Jalen Waddle and his celebration is the greatest of all the celebrations in sports history.
Did have a moment, the waddle.
Pretty good one.
It lacks a certain amount of perspective when he's got 50 years of celebrations to choose from that he would choose the Jalen Waddle
so
as the
great.
greatest of all the celebrations.
Yeah, when he caught a touchdown pass yesterday and didn't do the waddle, I was so let down. I thought about writing my entire column about that, but
That
I
would've been
decided
funny.
better of it.
This is what has happened to the Dolphins. He knows better with booing and banners flying in all
Yes.
over the stadium to do the waddle when he scored it to make it 12-7 because New England's missed 2 extra points.
But then he had this crazy celebration when Tyreek, Tua throws a terrible ball. Did you see Waddle's reaction to that? He acted that doesn't happen very often. He
Because
was
they
very-
all know that it's been a year since they've completed a 30-yard pass.
It has. Unbelievable.
Did you hear the announcer when they completed like a 24-yarder? Like, well, it wasn't 30, though. I know what you guys are thinking. Still not 30.
Tyreek Hill didn't like Omar Kelly's question about not having a 30-yard catch for a year. You can ask Omar Kelly about it tomorrow night at Dolphin Mall with Greg Cody, who's
that's
going to
right.
be there answering all your Dolphin questions.
I would say the saddest part of my Dolphin experience yesterday was getting up. I was at someone's house, so probably 6 or 7 of us watching the game. I got up and gave everyone high fives when we forced our first punt of the season in the second quarter.
Third quarter.
Third quarter. Apologies.
That's good.
And it
Baby
was just,
steps.
it felt sad because I was just genuine. We got a punt. And then just the high fives from around the room. A sad moment.
Yeah. Pathetic almost.
That game was such a disaster, man. That was so bad. It seems as though they're going to survive this, though. Usually around now. It's a short week.
Hear me out on this. If they are, because I am so done with them being middle of the road. If you're just like, all right, if we're going to be bad, let's be bad. Don't you let everyone keep their jobs? Like, if they fire people, then there's a chance, like, someone comes in and sparks something. Like, they're bad right now. Let's let them ride this out. Like, I want the first pick. Keep McDaniel,
already
keep
there.
Greer.
I'm not ready to do that show just yet. I am ready to ask Greg Cody the question. When the Dolphins did get their first stop going back to last season in, I think I have this number correctly, 3,412 drives. Do you say in the press box, punt? When the punt was in the press box, do you do your punt every time there's a punt?
No, I did not yesterday. I think I have. You know, if I'm in a particularly ebullient mood for some reason, I already know what I'm going to write. It's half written in the third quarter. I might give it a punt. Yeah, punt. Has to be a little air in it. Punt.
Because it sounds like a punt.
Yeah.
It sounds like a football hitting the
Yes,
foot.
it does.
Punt.
Yeah, punt.
The Dolphins made that happen twice this season.
I know.
Punt.
Greg Cody fired a special teams coach, and he only did it because the guy got in the way of the column. that
After
he
they
was
had a
writing.
return.
90-yard return.
Punt.
Ridiculous. Inexcusable.
Punt.
There'll be plenty more punts this year. Don't worry about that.
Punt.
You can't predict that confidently.
Yes, I can. With
You
that.
couldn't have predicted before. Now they'd have 2 this season.
That's true.
Punt.
Hey, folks, it's Mike Ryan, and it's also football season. That's right. Things just kicked off. I celebrated a big dub with my friends and my trusty Miller Lite right there beside me because Miller Time is the secret ingredient to football time. Miller Time makes everything a good time. I love Miller Lite. You know why? Because Miller Lite is brewed for flavor with simple ingredients, rich toffee notes, and that iconic golden color. And here's a kicker, folks. In its 50th year of existing, it's just 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. The original light beer since 1975 and still hidden 5 decades later. Whether you're at the game or at your home on your couch with your friends, put out a nice little cold cooler of Miller Lite and make sure the drinks keep coming because it is football time and you want that beer that hits different. Miller Lite, great taste. 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/stand to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
Against the spread. Against the spread. Against the spread.
Against the Spread is presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Mike Ryan, kick us off.
I love the Monday night doubleheader this week, and you know I'm bullish on the Raiders with Geno Smith. And last week I cited dome versus non-dome stats. Go ahead and check that out when it comes to Geno Smith. Well, folks, I went ahead and checked it out for you. In domes, Geno Smith for his career has a 30-5 touchdown interception ratio. Couple that with outdoor games where it's 43-31. His quarterback rating in domes is 110.8. Non-domes, 89.7. He's playing tonight in a dome. We're taking the Raiders with the points. Against the spread. Against the spread.
Billy.
We got a big one coming up this Thursday night. The Miami Dolphins are traveling up to Highmark Stadium. Last year at Highmark Stadium, Juju's Buffalo Bills. Now the Bills, as you know, are 2-0. They have that 41-40 win over the Ravens week 1. Great comeback. Blew out the Jets yesterday 30-10. The Dolphins, however, haven't had the exact same season. Dolphins are 0-2 right now. They had a crushing defeat yesterday. Many people thought that they might be 2-0. Big spread on this one. The Bills are favored by 12.5 points. A lot of people are thinking, wow, the Bills are going to just dominate these Dolphins. But I will tell you what, this could be a look-ahead game for the Bills because they have New Orleans next week. While the Dolphins also have a look-ahead potential rivalry game against the Jets. You're also looking ahead to 10 days off between games. So, while most people would say, wow, the Bills should win this game easily, they very well may win this game easily. However, 12.5 points is a lot. I was on the fence until Greg Cody said, you know what? Take the Dolphins plus 12.5. So because of Greg was at that game yesterday. I don't know if you remember that. Greg was at that game yesterday. He said, take the Dolphins plus 12.5. So I'm going to take the Miami Dolphins plus 12.5 to cover, but not necessarily win the game.
Was there any analysis in there or just talking?
This is torture.
What do you mean?
Greg Cody.
Smart money.
All right, make a pick, Dad.
Smart money, Billy. Tonight's game, the early of the Monday Night Football doubleheader, Bucks at Texans. I think the Bucks are a little bit overhyped, as they usually are. I like Houston. I like a big game from C.J. Stroud against that pass defense. It's a 2.5-point line. Houston's going to cover that. They're at least a field goal better at home over Tampa Bay.
Take that pick.
They've won the division 4 straight years.
You got that right against the Spurs.
Jack.
But why are they? Okay, never mind.
They're overhyped.
But
When's the last time they won a Super Bowl?
John Gruden.
Like 4 years ago.
Okay, well, what have you done for me lately? Am I right, Juju?
Okay.
I did say John Gruden instead of Tom Brady.
Yeah!
You tricked me.
Lunatic.
They did win recently.
Who, Dan or John?
Juju, let's get some corrections from today's show. What did we get wrong, sir? What did we do poorly?
Yes, sir. Salute to everybody in the studio. I'm leading with love, man. There's a lot of hate in the world right now. We got to lead with love. So these corrections come from a place of love. The biggest True America segment I think we may have had in the history of the show today when talking about Terrence Crawford and Canelo. I went to basically a block party where everybody was in the streets watching it, celebrating every punch. I was with you guys on the jokes, I guess, maybe jokes, until Jeremy Taché said, who is Terrence Crawford? Yeah. And then I said, I'm out. Okay, no. Yeah. Not the same person who wants me to care about the Marlins. Enter Miami, the hockey. Come on now, we out trying as a country to care about what y'all care about. So give us a little juice back.
Yeah, I tried, Juju. I tried. I was staring at a room full of people who did not want to do it with me.
Dan, I'm an ally.
What was that impersonation?
Yeah, I'm an ally. That was you.
Juju.
That was you driving in work that one time where Dominique said, what's up? And you were just like, I'm not even going to look at your face. I can't tell, but I'm with the cause.
I'd like a salad, please.
Also me, decidedly not one.
We had the return of Max Kellerman this weekend during that fight. We've been talking about where is Max for like years now. He came back and did the fight. We ain't mentioned him one time in the show. Come on, guys.
Good analysis, Juju. Do you have any other corrections? I appreciate that you led with love, but you need not lead with love. I feel like we deserve that.
When you look like me, you got to lead with love, Dano. Also, that's not how Josh Allen got hurt. When you say he was trying to punch the ball out somebody, that was just an actual hand in the face mask. It wasn't a punch out attempt. Also, critiquing Puka Nakua's running, that is rich coming from you, Dano. That man be taking 100 hits a game, broke away, got a touchdown. We talking about how he looked running. Come on, guys.
I was more marveling at what the human body endures in that sport and how quickly the athleticism can get beaten up. Etienne doesn't look as young as he used to. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, but for you to single out a dude running for 45 yards as how like his body is broken down was weird as he turns a corner and pulls away from an NFL defense.
You have to go back and look at that play. Chunks of him should have fallen off. He needed WD-40. What else?
Dan does it when it's not easy.
You expect him to run like Gout?
What do you?
Great question.
Do we have anything else, Juju? There? Do we have anything on correction?
Yes, from you. You said Ken Rosenthal looked like he was afraid. I done seen afraid people all my life. That was not the look that brother gave that cameraman. He gave him the look of disgust. What are you doing here? Why yada? He looked
in the third person. I saw him in the third person be like, I'm Ken Rosenthal.
Right. Jeremy had a great quote right there, though. How do you bump into someone and not offer a hand to help them up? That was a great, that covers everything in the world right now. Salute to you, Jeremy, for that.
Salute to you, Juju.
What did you think of Greg Cody having all of the world's celebrations at his disposal throughout the history of sports and choosing the Jalen Waddle celebration as the greatest of all the celebrations?
Yes, sir. It made me want to think of my top 5 celebrations, greatest celebrations in sports history that I can think of.
All right. This is good. Number 5.
Number 5, Joe Horn flip phone for the New Orleans Saints. That was a good one. Changed the world with that one. T.O. copied behind them, came back pretty soon. Number 4, Carl Edwards backflip off of the NASCAR.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's an all-timer.
Did Juju have the order right on those? I thought T.O. did the pen before Joe Horn did the phone. Is it the other order? Did Joe Horn do that first? I thought it was T.O. who was first there.
Yeah, that's a really important detail.
Well, I just thought Joe Horn was ripping off T.O. Number 3.
Number 3, the silencer from LeBron James.
This is a quality list right now.
Yes, sir. Number 2, Jamal Anderson, the Dirty Bird.
That is a good
Come
one.
on, man.
That is a good one.
And number 1 for its historicness, Dusty Baker and Glenn Burke, the high five, the first high five ever. Yes, sir.
Who invented the spike, Greg? Was it Billy White Shoes Johnson? Who invented the spike as the celebration?
I think it was. I would not have known that, but when you say it, it immediately rings true. I think it was Billy White Shoes Johnson.
I just remember Josh Norman telling us that one time he planned on doing a celebration where he grabs the pylon camera and does a selfie with it. Did he ever actually do that? I know on the show he told us
he was going to do it in the Super Bowl. He was going to do it for that 15-1
Right.
Carolina team. He was going to try and do a selfie with the pylon.
Someone should do that. Has someone done that yet? That'd be a good one.
Well, the spike originally was invented by Van Helsing. We all know that.
Do you have any other top 5 lists, or is that it?
Yes, sir. Greg Cody, you are my brother. I love you, brother. I just want to say salute to Van Helsing. Joe Burrow being out for at least 3 months right now from turf toe made me think also, bro, turf toe sound like something you could get over in 2 days.
I know.
So I got a top 5 things that turf toe should be called instead of turf toe.
Okay, this is good. People think turf toe is not a bad injury, and Joe Burrow's out for the season.
I-team
basically.
investigation over here. Billy's cracked the case because I know it was really important to the T.O. Joe Horn discussion. Billy, what did your investigation turn up?
T.O. was in 2002. Joe Horn was in 2003.
Also, Billy White Shoes Johnson was known for inventing the end zone dance, the funky chicken. But Homer Jones, the wide receiver for the New York Giants, invented the spike in 1965. This is all per AI, which might not be real.
Van Helsing.
Van Helsing.
I miss props in celebrations. Props were fun.
Yes, sir. Also, congratulations, Billy, for getting the W FIU the other day, Friday night.
Yeah, Shulable.
Juju gets it. Shulable. He knows. When we were talking about biggest game of the weekend, Juju was texting me. He said, Shulable, Shulable, Shulable. I said, I got you, Juju. Don't worry. I'll tell him. I let him know.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Was Dave Shula there to hand out the trophy?
Number 5, good contribution. Number 5, turf toe should be named number 5.
Nosferatu toe. That would clear things up instantly when you think about
Wouldn't it be Nosferatu?
Oh, that's why you a writer.
Big segment for Dan.
Number 4.
Right. Number 4, torn Achilles toe. We would know just what that meant.
Yeah.
Number 3, Texas Chainsaw Massacre toe. That would clear things right up as well. Number 2, Terminator T-1000 toe. Yes, sir. And number 1, severed toe.
That's the winner.
A severed toe.
Wow,
Call it the Torminator.
Yeah.
Undertow.
Greg's right.
That'll kill you in the ocean.
What? Go on.
Undertow. I mean, we all know what that means.
Yeah.
You know, you want to die drowning? I mean, serious. The undertow. Yeah. Why is everybody acting like they don't know what an undertow is? Help me out here. I'm drowning.
From the undertow.
Yes.
Help me out here. I'm drowning as self-aware as you've ever been.
Front on, see that undertow. And Robin, what a double team.
We're going to update the polls here in just a second, but I didn't see any of the Emmys. What were the Emmys What were the Emmys that were awarded that were notable here?
No one thanked Sal Saperstein.
There we go. That was my number one note, bruh. Seth Rogen, how could you not?
He went up like four times to that stage, Juju. It won like 13 Emmys.
Zaslow just discovered the studio. He just discovered it.
I watched the first 2 episodes on the plane yesterday. It's funny, that show.
It was a huge bummer. I had it on closed captioning on a second TV because I just wanted to just count. I would have set the over-under at 7.5 Sal Sapersteins. I was so disappointed.
Hell yeah, man. I did like how they did the children's, the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, that was an inspired idea. That was an inspired idea, and I imagine every award show's going to copy some variation of that for the overages. That's great.
The kid from Adolescence won an Emmy, even though he's never acted before at all. He's never been an actor before.
That was his first acting experience, and he won Outstanding Supporting Actor in a limited or anthology series or movie, and I believe he became the youngest person to ever win an Emmy.
Wow, more evidence that acting really isn't that difficult.
This kid was unbelievable, Greg. Watch the show. Really, really, really important show to watch right now in particular.
Yes, sir. It's a great show, but I feel like the Penguin could have got one of those awards. I mean, salute to Adolescence.
Milioti
great
got
message.
Did White Lotus win anything? I feel like they were nominated for everything. Not a lot of winning.
That's yesterday's show.
Yeah.
White Lotus. It really is.
Also, Adolescence, did it end? I didn't like salute to the Adolescence show. I didn't know if the ending was necessarily, working for me, but salute. Powerful message. Powerful message, him crying on the bed.
Let's update. That is a spoiler alert. Let's update the polls here at Le Batard Show and put it on the poll as well. Were you surprised that Seth Rogen didn't thank Sal Saperstein during his speech yesterday? What do we have for polls today, Juju?
Yes, sir. I'm reading a post from Twitter today. Face of boxing. Terrence Crawford or Jake Paul?
Sorry about that, Juju.
This is terrible.
Who can walk through a Navarro?
This is going to make
Who can walk through a Navarro?
I'm not doing this.
62% of the audience says Terrence Crawford.
Okay.
Whoa.
There's hope.
He can walk through a Navarro.
Yes.
Jake Paul can't.
Wow.
Have you ever smelled a cat's fart?
This is big.
75% of the audience says no, they haven't.
Damn right.
Last poll, do you know the smell of your dog's fart? 67% of the audience says yes, they do, and those are your polls.
That guy definitely farted on your plane. I don't think it was the dog.
It smelled like it was on my upper lip.